Good morning, boys and girls. Today we are going to be having a look at my body. So in this book, it's got a little girl's body and they have labeled some of the parts. Now, some of you may be thinking, oh, we did this in grade R. But we are going to do it in grade 1, but in a little bit of a different way. So we hope that you know most of the body parts, but you remember to draw them when you have to draw a person. So last week on the first day of school, when you had to draw yourself, Mrs. Gething and I spoke to you about certain things that you had to have, and those things are called details. So we don't just draw our arms and legs like sticks, or our bodies like a big oval like Humpty Dumpty, or forget our eyes, forget our eyebrows, our ears, our nose, our mouth. All of those things are called details, and we need to remember to draw them because they are part of our bodies. But in grade 1, we are going to learn how to do the names of the parts of the body. So not how to do them, how to read them and how to recognize them, and then put parts of the body together to make people, and also to make sure that your drawings have the right parts and that your drawings are great. So at the top it says me and my body, and then it says my body. And it's important this year, particularly, and last year, that we learn how to keep our body safe, especially at the moment, against germs and against the coronavirus. So just to go through that again quickly, the 3 main things that we need to do, and that we do at school all the time, is we wear a mask covering our nose and mouth all the time. We wash our hands properly with soap and water, and we sanitize our hands. When we go to the shops, you should sanitize your hands. And then the last thing is you need to stay away from people. In other words, I don't mean that you must stay away from people at all, but you mustn't stand close to somebody. So at the shops or at school or where you are in places where you have to be in a queue, there are lines or crosses on the ground for you to stand on so that you are not too close to somebody else. And that is called social distancing. So those are 3 things that are very important at the moment that we all need to remember to keep our bodies safe. And then we also need to remember to keep healthy. And later on today, Miss Basson is going to give you a little bit of a treat where you're going to do some physical exercise to keep your body fit. And then you need to remember to drink lots of water and eat healthy food. All right, and then we can keep our body safe. So let's have a look at the labels of the body. So there are lots of others that I know you know, like chin and cheek and elbow and things like that. But these are the only ones that are in this book that we're going to read today. So you can remember all of those parts when you draw. So the first one is head. Then what's holding the neck, the head up is her neck. Her stomach. We'll go back to the side. Her arm. She's got a shoulder there as well, which we haven't said anything about. And she's also got a whole lot of parts on her face. She's even got a hair clip in her hair. Her hand. And then her fingers. How many fingers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that hand, 5 on that hand, and 5 and 5 make 10 fingers. And when you draw, you need to show those 10 fingers. And remember, they're not little sticks like we have in a snowman or in a little bird's feet. Then your hip, that holds your leg onto the rest of your body, and it helps you to lift up your leg, to turn it around, rotate it actually, that's what it does. Your leg, your knee, your foot, and then lastly, like your fingers, your 10 toes. 10 fingers, 10 toes. Right, so now let's have a look and see how good you are at remembering these words. So I'm going to cover up the girl, and when I touch the word, I'm going to touch them all over the place. So let's say I touch this one first. Oh, now this is not covering the... Maybe I've got the wrong paper. Oh, I'm sorry. I had a thin one, and that was going to help you over there. All right, let's have the fatter piece of paper, the thicker paper. There we go. Now, makes it a little bit more tricky for you. Right, so if I say fingers, I won't say fingers, I'll point to fingers. You then show me what your fingers are. I can't see, but you will do that, and then straight after that I'll say fingers, and let's see if you can get them all correct. I know you can. Right, let's start. The first one. Right, it's your leg. Next one. Your neck. Next one. Your foot. Your knee. Your toes, and I hope you wiggled all 10 toes. Your hip. Your arm. It's a long word. Your stomach. Your hand. Your head. And on the top of your head is your hair. Your fingers, and again I hope you wiggled all your fingers, all 10 fingers. And I'm not sure if we've done this one, but if we haven't, then we've done it twice. Your neck. Right, I hope you got all of those right. And let's hope you remember to keep your wonderful, wonderful body safe. So we'll be speaking more about the body, and now you can watch the next 2 little video clips. The one is a little song for you to remember your parts of the body, and then the other one is a really silly story about a man, and that's how he teaches you how to remember your body parts. But you'll see why I say it's a silly little story. But if you'd like to watch those 2 and just to go over again the names of the body parts, and then you can read them on the screen easily. I know you can. Right, so look after those wonderful little bodies of yours and keep them fit and safe and healthy.